Okay, I'm testing the CycleEdge software, and I was doing it. As I was doing it, I thought, why don't I do a video on it? Because if I do a video and you have questions, you can put your questions in the comments, and then if there's any user improvement that I can do it. All right. So let's check it out together. This is going to be a long video, so if you don't mind watching, you can watch. CycleEdge. Okay, so we're going to be testing it out. So doing it on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I've got an anchor date here. I took the January high, and let's see what happened. And I've done a report from the 1st of February going into the 21st of June. And what I will do actually, I will show you what's going on in June, right? So you can actually see and check it out looking forward. Now let's start with the 2nd of February. Week of February, 1st of February, that's a Sunday. So week of February 2 to 8, starting on a Monday. So on the 2nd of February, Monday, I've got a quiet day. Well, was it a quiet day? Let's take a look. Okay, well, that's Monday. Sideways market. Okay, pretty quiet. Fair enough. Not you. Let's do that. Even though it's a quiet day, it still gives you some hours here, as you can see, right? So if you wanted to trade, you'd need to look into those hours. But look, it's telling you it's a quiet day. It says don't muck around, okay? There is an intraday trade hour timing here, which is fine, okay? However, though, still, okay? Trend exhaustion, institutional correction, speculative expansion, liquidity injection. So 2 hours I need to look out for. 11:18 and 19:07 if you want to push your luck trading. Let's take a look at 11 o'clock and 7 p.m. because this is a 1 hour chart, because I have to go all the way back. 11 is there, the market breaking to the upper end, and then I've got 7 o'clock. All right, so 7:07, and that could go on to 1 o'clock. So this is 11 to 7 period, and that's 7 to 1 o'clock. So 7 going into 1 o'clock is going to be there. Okay, that's your 1 o'clock there. All right. What did it say? What was the comment? Speculative expansion, liquidity injection. Let's take a look at the 3rd, which is a Tuesday. Standard timing day, 54.1% hit rate. Also note, right, it says it's a quiet day. It didn't give us much, enthusiasm, and it just went sideways. So days like that, you just don't trade. I'm still checking the hours and stuff to make sure that, we're getting good hours to trade if we're stupid enough to go into trading on a day like that. But, let's still do it. Tuesday, 3rd of February. So I've got standard timing. It's a 54.1% hit rate day. Suitable for intraday scalping triggers, not swing entries. 2 trend window signals active. Multi-day directional context in play. Trade only the flagged windows above. Ignore other hours. By the way, every week has a weekly insight. See from here, 2nd of February to the 8th of February. So there's an impulse, there's a insight window here. You can just take a screenshot and see how it worked out. Okay, this is for the 2nd of February to the 8th, just for your information. And every day has a daily insight, right? So this is the daily insight here. It's like 1 or 2 sentences for the day. So let's take a look at Tuesday, 3rd of February. So, okay, we might want to scalp the market. It's a 54.1% hit rate setup. There are 3 setups like this. One's 54.1. I think the other one is 69, and the other one's like 86%, something like that. We'll check them out as we get there. So, speculative expansion, liquidity injection, same here. trend exhaustion, institutional correction. All right, so that's going to take us from 11 to 3, 3 to 6, and then 6 to 1. So trade hour 12 o'clock, 3:15, 6:23. So that is on a Tuesday, 3rd of February. Tuesday, so 12 o'clock is there, okay, and that's the time when the markets begin to come down. And then I've got 3:15, that's your 3:15, and then 4, 5, 6 market coming downside, okay, and then what I have, that should take us like, that's like in the 1, 3 to 1, okay, so from that 6 o'clock coming into 1 o'clock. All right, so market coming down, a bit of a retracement. Now what does the comment say here? Trend exhaustion, institutional correction. If I take a look here, we've got a bit of a correction. Where are we? 3rd of February here. All right, so market going sideways, pushing down, so we're in that zone there. Let's take a look at Wednesday the 4th of February. Okay, this is again just like a 54.1 hit rate again, suitable for intraday scalping triggers, not swing entries. Intraday trade hour windows, let's see. Watch the exchange time clock for the hour, trade only the flagged windows above, ignore other hours, okay? When it says above, it obviously means below. All right, so here we are. So I got what, 6:38 and 10:22. What do I have? I've got a trend exhaustion, institutional correction from 6 o'clock onwards, and it's giving me 6:38. And then I've got speculative expansion. Okay, so that's going to be 10 onwards. So 6:38 on a Wednesday is there going into there. So now we need to look at Thursday. Oh, here we are. This is 69.2. All right, Thursday the 5th of February. So it's giving me a bit of a comment, and then I've got consolidated quiet accumulation zone, 10 to 11, that's 10:51, and then I've got February 6, 11 o'clock to February 7, 1 a.m. So that is going to be 23:37. All right, so we'll take a look at that as well. And then I've got February 6, mildly bearish. So let's take a look at 10:51, 11:37. 10:51, 11:37 is there. All right. So the market that started on Wednesday going all the way into Thursday. And Thursday, as you can see, active day. All right. Structurally active day. I've got a peak 11 way, 69.2% success rate. Meaningful pivot probability if confirmed by price action. So regime is continuation. Oh, that's beautiful. That's good to know. So I'm continuing from Wednesday onwards. This is your Wednesday. Market closing down. So Thursday, just continuation regime. Knowing that is already gold. All right, so let's take a look at Friday. Mildly bearish, okay. Tilts technology mildly bearish, okay. So the only thing it's giving me is 8:15, 11:42 here. Contraction, stress expected. Watch for liquidity drains, sell-offs, or trend reversal. So 8:15, 11:42. That's on a Friday. 8:15 is going to be right there, guys. And would it say 11:42? And that's going to be your reversal. Beautiful. All right, so that's nice to see. You know, market goes up, retraces 1142, bang, you're going all the way into your Saturday mode. Let's take a look at Saturday. Standard timing, peak 9 way, 54.1. Consolidation, quiet accumulation zone. Speculative expansion, liquidity injection. So 1137, 653. Today, regime is continuation, no shifts detected. So I want to continue with the trend. So if there's a pullback, we'll want to go in. 1137, 653, 1137, 1137, guys, is there. 657 is there. Whoops, there. All right, so market chucking a UE. This is a 1 hour chart, right? So it's still continuing in the upwards motion. So knowing we've got a trend continuation is a good thing. Obviously, we do want to get in when the market retraces intraday. You don't want to be buying the top and then expecting to go higher. You want to pull back and then go in. And then we've got Sunday, standard timing day, peak 8, 54.1. Suitable for intraday scalping triggers, not swing entries. Regime is in continuation, no shifts detected. So Sunday, and this is Sunday, you know, still going up a little bit, as you can see. All right, because this is a 1 hour chart, it's not like my regular 15 minutes. What hours did I get for Sunday? Got 11, 3:45 and 9 o'clock. 11, let's see, Sunday 11, market comes back to go up. 3 o'clock, yes, and then what was it, 9 o'clock, and this is your 9 o'clock market selling off. See how those are just selling off at the tops. Okay, nice and easy. Timing is just really good. Okay, and that was the weekly insight. Like I said, you can just take a screenshot and see if it kind of like works out for you. It gives you a lot of information. Remember the vector days. It'll give you like potential trend start, for example, February 3, February 6, right, from 3 to 6, peaking at 5 to 8. So February 3 to February 6. Okay, if we take a look at that, this is February 3, all right, to February 6 is right there. All right, that's nice to know. Okay, so that kind of information is, you know, very valuable, obviously, right? So if you're looking for potential trend start, it's going to be on February 3. The market's going down. You want to know, well, when's it going to end or reverse? Well, 6, peaking around the 5th and the 8th. And look at the 5th. That's the 5th. Okay, so that's good to know in advance. So all of this, as you can see, is pretty good. Primary watch Thursday 5. Okay, so Thursday 5th of February, market makes a low right there, and then bang, the next day going up, and you know, that's your peak, and then you got potential trend start on February 6. Okay, so that February 3 is peaking around 5, February 6 peaking at 8, February 6 peaking at 8 pretty much, and then we've got a reversal coming down. So you see the information is good, you just have to follow it through, match it to your technical analysis. Remember, this is for a person who already knows technical analysis, who's been trading and finding trading a bit difficult or stressful, or you find yourself stuck in front of the screen all the time. And this is just help you out because it tells you what day to stay in, what day to stay out. It gives you a good scenario, and you just fill in the blanks basically with your technical analysis and money management, and that's it. So this is how it's going, and every day you can just read it. And if it says, something like, up here, look, it's not a good day, just don't do anything. It's a Sunday, go for a brunch or something. And if you don't have any decent setup, like for example, I've color coded stuff here, right? So this is like a good day to trade. This is not a bad day to trade at all. This is a good day too. This is a great day. This is a good day. This is average day. Anything below that, you don't want to be in there. I mean, I don't go below these because it's 54.1% worst case success rate according to the back testing, and this is 84.6. This is 69.2. So you want to keep those statistics on your side when you're trading. So what I want to do now is I want to share with you next week, all right, so you can just check it out. I'll give you a summary. Let's go all the way down. So this software called CycleEdge will be able to, let's see, today is the 8th, right? So this was like week of June 1st to the 7th, right? So you can take screenshots and see how that panned out. You can check them out. Now let's go into, that was the weekly for the 1st to the 7th. Now let's go to the 8th to the 14th. I'll first show you here. All right, this is the weekly insight. So just check that out. Okay. Weekly insight, trend analysis, key pivot point, and actionable notes. Okay, so it's giving you pretty much all the information you need. This is the monthly summary as well. So take a screenshot, see how you go, and if you have any questions, just make a comment. All you have to do is add timing to your technical analysis. If you already know technical analysis, that's already bingo for you. Then with your time, with the time alerts as well, then all you have to do is like trade. For example, today Bitcoin had a trade day, swing day. So I did say we could go long with it. Okay, 15 minutes. Let's push it through. As you can see, that's the trade hour there. All right, market comes back into the trade hour, goes to the next trade hour, a little bit choppy, and then I haven't put all the hours here, but just feel your way through here. All right, so we've got the 8th of June. Where are you? There. All right. So 647, 907, 148. So let's take a look at those days, right? This is today. Trend exhaustion, institutional correction. That's good to know. When? 647, 647, 647, 647. This is 647. All right. So market is there. 647. What else have I have? 907. 907. This is 907. All right, so market beginning to break out. 148, 1135. 148 is there, and 1135. We're not there yet. 1135 is there somewhere. All right, and that's basically it. So this zone was a little choppy, as you can see, but at the end of the day, going up was the way to go because Monday was a trade day. So going from the lows to the upside was the way to go. Okay, we can still follow that trade into higher zones, into higher price zones. And that's basically it. So check it out, see how you go. If you have any queries, make a comment, and then I'll see how the user experience can be fixed if you're going to find it. If you're finding anything difficult to understand here, there is a manual to it. I will also add that to the website when it's up and running. Okay.